So, hello everyone. I hope I'm audible to all my dear students present here in this session. So, dear students, I'm Saurabh Shukla, and I'm one of the national educator of biology. And today I'm feeling proud to deliver this session through one of the national platform, that's a brainlinks. And today's topic is going to be very important. But before to start this topic, I just want to share my brief experience of my teaching also. I have my huge 15 plus years of teaching experience with different universities, colleges, and important institutions, big institutions of India, who are taking care of NEET medical examination, even for CBSE Q12 segment also. I worked as a head of department and principal in Hindustan Times Learning Center, New Delhi, for over more than 9 years. And I have my big experience of lecturership position from SRTM University Nanded also. I represented my country, India, at National University of Singapore in 2008 and 9. I have my research experience from IIT Bombay, and I have my master's from Kanpur University in bioinformatics also. So my main passion is teaching. I'm a teacher by my blood because my mentor is my father itself, who is one of the retired principal and lecturer of biology from Inter College of Uttar Pradesh. So students, be ready for this important session because today's topic is quite different for my biology students. So today's topic is quite practical, and this is one of the topic important for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, even for 11th and 12th students also. And the topic is clear, I think. My slide is visible to all of you. So this is about the understanding blood test procedure and reports also. So students, before to start this important session, there is one important question. Who will tell me what is actually this in your slide? If this slide is visible, so anybody, please tell me what is actually is this. So you can unmute yourself and please describe what is actually is this. Anybody? Vinayak, Aroha. In your slide, I think one animation is there, right? So there is one important question. What is actually, how can you define this? What is actually is this?
So dissolving of blood in water.
Okay, now blood, okay, Vinayak is saying something about blood. So I'm sure, is everyone agreed about the answer? So may I say this is one of the blood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So important question, child. Vinayak, according to you, according to your experience, according to your knowledge, Vinayak, as a student, how can we define this blood? As you know, human body is blessed with blood. You know, we are blessed
Yes.
with blood. So how can you define this blood?
Sir, it can be defined as a circulatory system of our body.
Okay. So Aruha, according to you, because you know, blood is like a topic. Actually, it is important for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, even for 11th and 12th student also, even for NEET preparation based aspirants also. So according to you, Aruha, before to understand a blood test report, how can we define this blood as it is always available inside your body for many functions? Yes, Aruha.
So blood has different type of components, which
Hmm.
is RBC,
Hmm.
WBC, plasma,
Okay. Okay.
and clotting factors.
Okay.
So RBC is basically hemoglobin, which basically makes the blood red.
Okay.
WBC is further divided into different type of hemo,
Mm-hmm.
different type of WBCs, like what we have leukocytes and other one. Then we
Okay.
have plasma, which is basically the water part of the blood, and then we have factors which help in
Okay.
reporting stuff.
Okay. So I think it's a correct answer, Aruha. So can we define this blood in three different specific keywords only, not in a single statement? Because before to understand a blood test, all students should be confident in this topic of blood. Actually, how can we define this? So can we define this blood in three different specific keywords? Anybody? Its question is open for all. Question is open for all. Yes. In three specific keywords, what will be the answer, child? So, you know, the answer is it's a fluid connective tissue, child. Answer is it's a fluid connective tissue. So blood को कैसे define करोगे child? Blood is one of the fluid connective tissue, and in this tissue a lot of segments, a lot of components are always there, child. So my screen is visible to all, right? Vinayak, Aruha?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So child, blood is one of the fluid connective tissue, and in this important tissue there are a number of components are there. So here we can say, I'm just going to my board for written work. Just please tell me my board is visible or not. So there is no, like system is going to be shit. System is going to be slow now. System is hanging. I am host now, no? Kiran, I am host.
Yes, you are host now.
Yeah, just a second. Because it's not working here. Just a second.
Yes, we can see it now.
Yeah, board is now visible now, but I think
Yes, it is visible.
yeah, few segments, few operations are not working properly here.
Mhm.
Like eraser is not working here. I'm a single host here, no? Not
Yes, you are a single host now.
okay. So child, here in the case of blood, the most important components are, one is the liquid plasma, and apart from the plasma, corpuscles are always there. So child, plasma, the important answer of the blood test report also, because later on we will discuss about this also. So plasma is one of the liquid portion of blood also. Plasma is one of the liquid portion of blood. Plasma is one of the liquid portion of blood. But corpuscles, the important one, child. How can we define this important corpuscle? Because corpuscle is one of the answer which you can observe in the blood test report also. So may I know the answer? Anybody? Corpuscle. It's a very important term, important for blood test report also. So anybody who wants to answer, Aruha, Vinayak, Vishweshwara Rao, Kumar, Lohit. So corpuscle, one of the important term for blood test report. So child, corpuscle means it's one of the floating cell. Corpuscle is one of the only cell can float inside your body with the help of plasma. So I can show you here. I can show such one. Here you can see. As discussed, that blood is one of the fluid connective tissue, and consisting of a fluid plasma and red blood corpuscles and protein. So one thing is always important here, like we can share here also in slide also, you can check, like blood is like a tissue, it's not a cell, it's like a tissue where the multiple cells are always floating. So be careful, like plasma is one of the liquid portion where all different cells are present of the blood, but corpuscle is one of the floating cell. So only you can say blood have the corpuscles, not anywhere else. But 55% plasma plus 45% formed elements is equals to blood. If you want to write, you can. So this is one of the main composition of blood which can be diagnosed in a different way through blood test report. So 55% plasma plus 45% formed elements makes your blood. So the question is, 45% formed elements have corpuscles, and corpuscles means floating cells. Corpuscles have floating cells, child. And floating cells are classified into 3 important types. So answer like RBC, right? WBC and platelets. Right now, in terms of the blood test report, because blood test is one of the common, like the blood test is one of the common tests among all the families of India. Generally, if our body is a sufferer of a particular disease, then definitely a doctor should recommend a blood test. And I'm sure all the attendees of this session should aware about the blood test, and the particular type of report is always available in that case. So corpuscles have floating cells, and these type of floating cells estimations are always there in the blood test report. So first question, child, floating cells are classified into how many types? 3 types: RBCs, WBCs, and platelets. The important question, what about the percentage of plasma in the blood? Percentage of plasma, answer will be 55%. Formed elements including corpuscles, answer will be 45%. Right, Beta? So watch this important video for your understanding.
Blood. 10 pints of life force, coursing through thousands of miles of arteries, veins, and capillaries. Those blood vessels carry blood to every other organ, keeping them functioning and thriving. Our red blood cells carry oxygen and nutrients. Our platelets stop bleeding and help to heal our wounds. Our white cells protect us against infection. And the yellow liquid plasma in which they are suspended carries an array of proteins that regulate bleeding and clotting.
Okay, so any conclusion? Any conclusion with this video? Vinayak, Aroha, Yashita, Lohit, anybody? Vishweshwara, any conclusion of this important video related to blood? So who will tell me the conclusion of this video which you saw here? Any conclusion from my students? So be participative, child. So session is important because it's a practical topic based session. So your participation level is also important for me as a host teacher. So who will tell me the conclusion of this video of this few seconds? Yeah, anybody?
It mentioned about the components of blood.
Okay,
What are
very good, Aroha.
what are the basic functions of the
Okay.
WBC, platelets and stuff.
Okay, so Aroha, have you feel the nature of corpuscles in this video, right?
Yes, sir.
Like the amount of RBCs, amount of WBCs and platelets generally flowing with the help of a medium, and that floating medium was the plasma. Right now, here in the case of blood test also, right, if you check your blood test carefully, अगर कभी भी in generally अगर आपकी life में कभी भी किसी भी family member का blood test हुआ होगा, so you definitely observe that कि number of parameters are there, number of cells are there, number of cells are mentioned in your blood test report. In fact, sometimes the plasma nature, the plasma proteins nature are also mentioned in the blood test report. So what are the major functions of blood according to you? Because before the understanding of the blood test report, the blood nature, the concept of blood should be clear for my students. So yes, Aroha, Arun, anybody, Yoshita, what are the major functions of blood according to you as per your knowledge, Aroha and my other students?
Sir, can I answer?
Yes, Yoshita, please tell.
Sir, the blood carries the oxygen and along with some nutrients.
Very good, Yashita. You are in which grade, child?
8th, sir.
8th standard. Okay, so topic is always important for 8th, in fact, for 9th student, even for 10th, 11th, 12th student. Good, Yashita. In fact, the other function, Yashita, apart from this, the next important function as per your knowledge. Yes, Aroha, you want to say something? Any next function? As Yashita mentioned, one important function.
So it's a connective tissue. So it's basically it's everything in the body present, like the oxygen, the nutrition, as Yashita mentioned.
Okay. So may I say that your liver, your kidney, your heart is always demanding? Yes or no? How can you justify, Yashita, how can you justify this statement? Just as Saurabh sir is saying, your liver is dependent on blood. your kidney is dependent on blood. How can you justify this statement, Yashita? And all students, all attendees, please participate as Yashita and Aroha and Vinayak are participating. Because beyond from syllabus coverage, this session is actually important, which is like a value-added session for your knowledge. Because the blood test report and the parameter discussion, nobody will tell you in school. That's why we are here in this national session with BrainLinks. So anybody, Arun, Yashita, Aroha, Vinayak, there is one person with real name 6 also. Anybody, major functions of blood. So child, these are the major functions. First, as Yashita also informed us, that it transports materials from one place to another. It provides a watery environment for individual cells. It helps to maintain the constant internal temperature, plays a major role in the combating diseases and infection, always helps to regulate the body pH level and prevents the loss of body through the clotting process. So here, the important question with this slide, any idea that your body temperature is equals to human body? Yes, Arva. Yeah.
37 degrees Celsius.
37 degrees centigrade. Okay, so that means 37 degrees centigrade is important for the normal body organs functions, even for blood functions and all. Okay, that's great. So there is another task for my students. Now there is one image actually displayed in front of your screen, and I am saying there are few questions from my side. Capital A you have to answer, capital B, capital C, okay, A, B, C, and then capital D. Now, who will tell me the answer of A, B, C, D? There is one, the important image is available in your slide. So please answer A, B, C, D. Now, who will tell me the structure represents? This diagram represents Yashita, Aroha, and all other students, Vinayak. Anybody?
A represents the red blood cells.
Okay, only red blood cells are there, Yashita, in this image?
No, sir. C represents the plasma.
Okay, that's great. C represents the plasma. Very good. And Yashita, what is plasma, child?
It is a fluid-like substance which contains some nutrients.
Okay, so plasma is the liquid portion of the blood, Yashita. Okay, child?
Yes,
Liquid
sir.
portion. Okay, so C is the plasma. So what will be the answer of A, B? A, B.
A is red blood cells and
Excellent.
B
Very good. B,
white blood cells.
white blood cells. Okay, correct answer. RBC, WBC, plasma, and then D. What will be the answer of this D?
Some microbes, maybe.
No, beta. D is the platelet. So child, structurally this microbe-like structure is the platelet. And can we say all these cells numbers and estimations are always available in your blood test report? Yes or no, students?
Yes, sir.
So in your blood test, beta, in your blood test, a proper report is available, especially in terms of RBC's number, which we are going to discuss after a few minutes. In this report, WBC's number. In fact, in this report, platelets numbers are also there. And if we are adding RBCs plus WBCs plus platelets, our one word answer will be corpuscles. Right, students? So here you can clearly check a proper blood vessel is there, and inside this blood vessel these components are there, and these components are always measured with the help of blood test. Okay, child? So now please tell me, there is one image, and who will tell me the answer of this image? What's the main answer from your side if Saurabh sir is displaying this image in front of students?
Sir, this is the image of the blood test.
Okay, so now we are going to start the blood test. So may I say there is one slide is available. There is one particular slide is available here in this expert hand.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is one micropipette-like structure is there where blood is actually collected. Right?
Yes,
Okay,
Yes.
so answer is absolutely correct. It's about the blood test. So child, there is one important question is ready for my students. One question is ready for you. Knowledge. Importance of you can say which importance of blood, or you can say importance of blood test, especially in terms of diagnosis. So there is an important question which I want to ask with my students for this important session. What all can be investigated by testing blood? According to your knowledge, because blood test is like a common test in all families. If suppose normally if a continuous fever in our body, if a continuous pain in our body, doctor always suggested blood test first. So what all can be investigated by testing blood? It's a very important practical application, and as a biology student you should know about this, and I'm sure my students will answer. Yes, Yashita and other students. Vinayak?
Sir, we can know the like number of blood cells present in the body. If there is any increase, we can know the precautions to decrease them or bring it to the correct level.
Okay, very good, Yashita. Good try. Okay. Yes, Aruha, you want to say something?
The WBCs are increased. That
Okay.
means the body is certainly affected by any sort of pathogen.
Mhm.
Check the platelets. Example,
Okay.
by dengue. So platelets will go down.
Okay. So Vinayak, any answer from your side? Question, I think question is clear. What all can be investigated, right, by testing blood? As you know, this is not the important source of diagnosis also in your body. So what all can be investigated by testing blood, according to you? Anybody?
Sir, basically,
Hema is also there. Yes, Vinayak.
ब्लड के
Yeah. Yes,
अगर
Vinayak.
हम ब्लड के इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बारे में बात करें तो
Yeah. Yes, Vinayak. Yeah, you are audible.
यस सर, जब हम ब्लड को इन्वेस्टिगेट करते हैं तो उसमें हम बेसिकली ब्लड के जितने भी कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं
Okay, so that you are saying that all components are investigated through blood test report. Okay, so child, you are absolutely correct, students. Blood test, answer is blood tests are always common. Blood tests are always common for your body diagnosis. In fact, all healthcare providers are giving the different solutions of blood test also. They're giving different options to diagnose blood. So especially with the help of this test, we can observe, we can check how well organs such as your kidney, liver, heart, or you can say thyroid also are working properly or not. With the help of this source, with the help of this blood, we can check the real status of your organ inside your body. For example, we can discuss about a real-time example of your home. For example, a fan is not working properly in your house. If an air conditioner is not working properly in your house, so what's your next step? If a particular fan of your flat is not working properly, so what's your next step, check? If your air conditioner is not working properly, so what's your next step? Anybody can answer.
Get it serviced.
Okay, so ROI is saying we should ready for service in that case, right? So definitely, if suppose our organ is not working properly, and with the help of blood test, we annotated that, we observed that, right? We examined that our particular organ is not working properly. So definitely the service is required. And that service provider is the medical science. That service provider is a doctor, expert, medical expert of that organ. And that's why we know about the different expertise, different MS doctors are available in society. So each and every surgeon is specialized in the surgery of a particular organ if service is required in terms of the real-time example. Definitely, child. So with the help of blood tests, we can diagnose diseases such as cancer, like big diseases, mega diseases like diabetes, like you can say the chronic diseases, coronary heart diseases, in fact, viral diseases like HIV and AIDS, where vaccine is also not available. So child, blood test is the only important tool or source where we can examine all important organs of the body. We can check the real status of the particular organ. If organ is not working properly, we can examine with the help of blood test. Because in the blood, different components are present. As you said, WBC is also there, RBCs are also there, plasma like watery fluid is also there, different proteins are also there. Right, beta? So Hema, you are in which class, child? Hema? Yes, Hema? Okay, so this answer is clear, child. Now there is one important question, child, in terms of diagnosis. And we are now in the blood testing report also. And we are now connected with the discussion of blood testing also. So there is one important question before I will show that report. So question is, how can we understand through blood test if a person has fatty liver? Let's see who is my champion today. So let me check the answer. So how can we understand? Who will answer? How? Question, please read carefully. How can we understand through blood test if a person has fatty liver? And in front of your screen, there are two important livers are showing here. One is the healthy liver on left side, and next is the fatty liver available on the right side. So how can we understand the blood test? How can we understand through blood test if a person has the fatty liver? Because why I'm discussing this case on the behalf of blood testing, because fatty liver is one of the critical issue in India now. Every third or fourth person is a sufferer of fatty liver disease because our diet, our lifestyle is now different. Generally, student loves junk food. Generally, families loves junk food, pizza party on a daily basis. Not on a daily basis means after 2 or 3 days also, right? Junk food like burger, deshi ghee, meetha, sweets. Number of important recipes are available in the market, even in home also. And fatty liver is one of the critical issue for our body now. So are you all aware about the liver? Yes or no? What is actually a liver is? Yes. Who will tell me? So be participative, child.
Largest gland present in the body.
Okay, Aroha is saying it's one of the largest gland of the body. So there are two different cases, Aroha, in this slide. One is the healthy liver and next is the fatty liver. So any difference you are feeling here? Any difference you are observing here?
Like increased fat molecule in the fatty liver.
Okay, so increased fat in the fatty liver. So why the increment of fat available here in this fatty liver? Is there any specific reason of this fat deposition?
So like excessive fats or like cholesterol present in the blood get deposited over there.
Okay, so anybody else, as Arwa has participated? Okay, Arwa has given a great answer. Vinayak Kumar, Real May 6, I think one person is there. Hema, Yashita, I think any answer from your side, Yashita?
So because of a person lifestyle also the liver becomes fatty.
Okay, so Yashita, if suppose person lifestyle is like this, without any movement, without any jogging, without any exercise, a person is consuming burger on a daily basis. So can we expect a fatty liver in that body after a few days?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Because without any movement, fat should be deposited. Fat will deposited over the liver. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So on a timing, with respect to the time, fatty liver is always critical for the body functions. As Aroha said, this is one of the largest gland of your body. So child, liver has many functions. Liver has many functions, and that functions will be disrupted if fatty liver is there in your body. So child, any one important function of liver, from student side?
Production of bile.
Okay, so Arwa said production of bile. What is bile, child?
It is a digestive juice.
Okay, digestive juice, students are saying production of bile. Any important function of this bile? What it does in your body, Rucha?
Just fats.
Okay, so bile is important for the digestion of fat. Exactly. Bile juice is one of the important juice required for the digestion of fat. And if liver is fatty, secretion, or you can say the release of this bile never takes place, right, beta? So if bile is not releasing from a particular liver, then the digestion of fat will be affected, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And if fat is not able to digest, then it will be deposited abruptly in your body. So yes, that's why we can test this blood. We can test this important liver problem with the help of blood test also. So here, liver cells, or you can say the liver cells blood is like a source where we can test these two types of liver. We can check the healthy liver stage also. We can check the fatty liver stage also. Okay, so the answer is definitely yes. We can check the liver stage. We can check the liver programs through the blood test. Answer is yes. And one important answer which I want to show here with the help of blood test report, you can check here. This is one of the liver function test report, and this is also called as LFT. In the medical laboratory, I think you are aware about this term LFT. How many students are aware about this LFT test? LFT test. In front of your screen, one important blood test report is also available. Yes or no, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how many students are aware about this LFT test? Because we are now in the discussion of blood test report also, and now our target organ, our target gland is now liver. So LFT, the full form of LFT, who will tell me?
Liver function test.
Liver function test, or you can say liver function panel test also. Exactly. So beta, this is liver function test. Absolutely correct answer, Aruha. Right, Yashita, Hema, Vinayak. So LFT is the liver function test, and for this liver function test, can we say blood is required or not?
Yes, sir. Blood is required.
Blood is required. Why? Why blood is required? Because liver enzymes are always present in blood. Liver enzymes are also present in the blood. So here you can say the alanine aminotransferase, ALT, is a specific important information which you can diagnose with the help of liver function test report also. So here you can check the blood test report of the liver. We can check the total proteins present in the liver. We can check about the different parameters like albumin, globulin, total bilirubin, alkaline phosphatase, ALT, AST, even gamma GT. These are all the different proteins and enzyme sections available in this report. So with the help of these reports, we can check the liver is functioning properly or not. For example, we are taking one example, alanine aminotransferase. It's a big name, so don't worry, we have the shortcut also. We have a short abbreviations like ALT. For example, if ALT value is very high, and you are checking this blood test report of the liver, and with the help of LFT blood test report, ALT value is very high. So what's your observation? Now, after this session, each and every student is now comfortable with blood test report now. This is my challenge. This is my promise for my students. If ALT value is very high, Yashita, if ALT value is very high, so what's your observation now?
Sir, then a person has a fatty liver.
Excellent answer. I'm sure now you are confident with this report, right?
Yes, sir.
So beta, ALT, if ALT value is very high, it clearly indicates that liver is fatty. Liver functions are abruptly now. Liver functions are now disturbed. For example, if albumin concentration is very high, albumin is one of the protein present in your blood plasma also. What is albumin, child? You can ask any question in between the session. If albumin, if any keyword, if any keyword is challenging for you, if any biological word is challenging for you, you can directly ask question with me. So child, if albumin concentration is very high, so that means liver is fatty. Yes or no, students? Right? So what is albumin, child? Albumin is one of the protein present in your blood plasma. Albumin kya hai beta? This is one of the albumin. It is one of the protein, as you all are aware about a protein, because it's a very important keyword for our 6th, 7th, 8th students also. So albumin protein is present in the blood plasma, and blood is also present in your liver cells. So blood cells, or you can say the blood plasma. In the case of blood plasma, you can simply write blood plasma have this albumin protein. It maintains the osmotic balance. It maintains the balance of your blood also in your body. So, yes, Yashita, any question, child?
So now here there are some terms like mentioned here. They all are proteins of.
Actually, bache, yeah. So albumin is a protein, Yashita. Globulin is a protein. Bilirubin, right? Bilirubin is one of the liver pigment. So bilirubin is not a protein, child. So bilirubin is one of the pigment present in your liver juice, bile juice. It is one of the pigment, Yashita, right?
Okay,
so
sir.
Bilirubin is one of the pigment, like plants have chlorophyll pigment, Yashita, right? And with the help of that pigment, plants are able to make their own food through photosynthesis. In the same manner, bile juice prepared by the liver are made up of proteins. Even bile juice have important types of pigments also. So total bilirubin means bilirubin is one of the pigment present in the bile juice. Clear? Answer clear, Yashita?
Yes, sir.
Now, alkaline phosphatase is one of the enzyme. Enzymes are also the proteins, Yashita. All enzymes are proteins.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Like ALT already is mentioned here, alanine aminotransferase enzyme. And this is one of the important enzyme. If the concentration of this enzyme is high, then it clearly indicates that liver is fatty. And all these, all these parameters, all these numbers are always available in the liver function blood test report. जिसको हम short में क्या बोलते हैं? LFT बोलते हैं, right? Clear, beta?
हाँ sir.
Okay, now be ready for this next situation, next case study related to the blood test report. There is one question, one task I am giving to you. You have simply 2 minutes, right? You have 2 minutes to answer. Question is, how can we understand through blood test if a person is a sufferer of malaria? You have 2 minutes, think and answer. Question is clear? Aroha, Yashita, with Redmi Note 7 से एक बच्चा है. Kumar, Hema, SJM. Question is clear now? Please respond. Question is clear? Yes or no, bacha? How can we understand through blood test if a person is a sufferer of malaria? Let's see who will answer. Who is the champion of this question, of this blood test question? Let's see. So now I'm sure students are thinking about this answer. Yashita, question is clear, beta?
Yes sir.
So can you please repeat this question? Aroha, can you repeat this question?
How can you understand through the blood test if a person is suffering from malaria?
Okay.
Suffering from malaria. Basically, so we test malaria antigen detection test.
Okay. So Aroha said that malaria test is required, and for that test, blood is again required, Aroha? For that test, blood is again required. Yashita, you want to say something, child?
Yes
And
sir.
other students? Yeah. Yashita, yes. What's your answer from your side?
Yes sir, blood is required for the test, because if blood is not there, we cannot know if the person is suffering from malaria or not.
Okay, Yashita. And it's my request, other students, please answer, बच्चे. अगर आंसर गलत भी हो तो कोई बात नहीं, but your attempt is important for me as a teacher. Now, Aroha and Yashita confirmed that blood test is always required in the case of malaria. But now Saurabh sir is asking, what is malaria? In one or two statements, how can you define this disease? Malaria, what is actually is this? It's a very common disease in India, especially related to mosquitoes and all. So, anybody?
It is a disease infected by a mosquito.
Okay, so malaria is connected or linked with the mosquito. But my question is different, child. Now there is one question, child. Malaria is caused by. Malaria is caused by. So answer is now here is different. And the second case.
It's a protozoan disease caused by female anopheles.
Okay, so yeah, Aroha said something. So malaria is caused by protozoan. Correct answer. Malaria is caused by protozoan. What is protozoan, child? It's one of the unicellular life. It's one of the unicellular, but it's one of the unicellular life, and that's why this unicellular life is also called as plasmodium. Right? So, child, if question comes, malaria is caused by, so answer is not a mosquito. It's one of the questions जो बच्चों को बहुत गलत भी होता है. So, child, malaria is caused by a protozoan, but malaria is spreaded by female Anopheles mosquito available in this screen also. And clearly you can check this mosquito is biting human blood. This mosquito is sucking human blood and delivering the protozoan inside the human body. So there are two different questions. Malaria is caused by, answer is different. But if question comes, malaria is spreaded by, या फिर malaria is transmitted by. If question comes, malaria is transmitted by. So answer is female Anopheles mosquito. Right, beta? Female Anopheles mosquito. Please note down this. So there are two different questions. Please be careful. Malaria is caused by a protozoan, unicellular life. The answer of this unicellular life is Plasmodium. But malaria is transmitted by female Anopheles mosquito. Right? And now, yes, beta.
Then this female Anopheles mosquito has the unicellular life called protozoan.
Yes, but excellent. So after this female, whenever this female Anopheles mosquito bites human body, then with the help of saliva, with the help of this saliva bache, present in this female Anopheles mosquito delivers that protozoan inside our blood, and then malarial cycle begins. Right, Yashita?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, beta, malaria is caused by protozoan, and now why I am discussing, why Saurabh sir is discussing here, there is a particular reason, beta. Reason is protozoan, this will be diagnosed through blood test, beta. This will be diagnosed, this will be detected through blood test. We can detect the presence of this protozoan through blood test. Right, students? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So, आप पूछ सकते हो, sir, why we are discussing this question in terms of blood test? The answer is clear here. Because with the help of blood test, we are able to detect the presence of this protozoan plasmodium inside your blood. So with the help of blood test, we can examine and we can confirm a person is a sufferer or not. For example, if malarial parasite or protozoan is not present in the human blood, so what's the indication is? Suppose I'm saying if plasmodium results are 0, if report is saying, suppose in the case of report it is mentioned, if plasmodium percentage is 0%, so what's the indication is? Who will tell me?
Then the person is not suffering from malaria.
Not suffering from malaria. So can we say malaria is negative now in this report?
Yes, sir.
Malaria is negative. But vice versa, if malaria is reported successfully, so result will be positive. You can check in this report also. Right, students? So now result is positive if malarial parasite or protozoan is detected inside your body cells. Clear, beta? So
Yes.
in fact, in chat box also, Yashita answers, different students answer. Good. So child, I think this part is clear now. We discussed about the fatty liver investigation through blood test. We discussed about the presence of malaria through blood test. It's these two sections, these two conditions are clear now. Yes or no? Now there is one beta next task, next question. So next question is available in front of your screen. Who will tell me the answer of this question? So now please observe this animation and please tell me what's going on. Let's see who will answer.
Blood circulation. The heart
Yes.
is beating and the blood circulation occurs.
Okay, so excellent. Yashita is saying that heart is pumping and the movement, or you can say the transportation of blood is going on in the body, right? Now
Yes.
there are two different questions. One is in the, like a blue color form, and the next blood is like a red color form. So
The blue color is deoxygenated.
yes,
blood
very
and
good. So
red
definitely,
blue.
bache. So with the help of blood test, we can also examine, we can also check the type of blood flow in your body. We can also check the nature of the blood components, the nature of the blood flow with the help of blood test also. So definitely, this blue colored blood is related as deoxygenated blood, where oxygen is absent. So deoxygenated blood. And the right one, the red colored one, this one is the oxygenated blood, where the oxygen concentration is high, as your body is always demanding for oxygen. And heart is one of the pumping organ which distributes oxygenated blood in all over the body, and it collects the deoxygenated blood again back. So here, this one is the oxygenated blood. Correct answer. And why Saurabh sir is showing this? Because the nature of heart, the mechanism of heart can be investigated through blood test also. Right, beta? So watch this video. This is about the blood test.
From your blood, doctors can tell a lot about what's going on inside your body. A blood test is usually pretty quick. Your mom, dad, or another adult can be with you. If you want, bring something that relaxes you, like a book, video, or music. First, a vein needs to be found. Veins look like light blue lines under your skin. After the right vein is found, a wide elastic band will be tied above the vein. This usually makes the vein
Watch this
stick
video
out.
carefully and be ready for questions.
Next, your skin will be wiped clean to get rid of any germs. You can watch the small needle go in or look away, but you have to stay very still. You'll feel the needle go in, but only for a second. Your blood will begin to flow from the needle through a thin plastic tube. It can take only seconds to fill a tube. Sometimes, more than one tube is needed. It might look like a lot of blood, but it isn't. You may feel it when the needle comes out, but it won't hurt. The spot where the needle went in will be covered with a bandage. Guess what? You're done. From here, your blood goes to the lab to be tested. Your doctor will get the results and share them with you and your parents.
Okay, so how's this video, students?
Nice.
Nice. So what's your observation? Who will tell me? Who will tell me what's going on in this video? What you observed in this video in a couple of seconds?
Sir, here a doctor takes a blood of a child.
Okay.
For testing how the organs of her body is working.
Okay. So can we say multiple steps are there in this video related to blood
Yes,
testing?
sir. Yes, sir.
So first, especially for getting a particular amount of blood, tourniquet step is always there, child. So
Yes, sir.
yes. So
To differentiate the vein which is found.
exactly. So especially to collect a sample amount of blood, to collect an adequate amount of blood, the first step is always required, and the name of that step, students, tourniquet. So can we say the first step of the blood testing in terms of the procedure is tourniquet, students? Yes or no?
So, but we can also like grab the hand like a really tight
Yes.
hand.
Yes,
उसके
Aroha.
हिसाब से भी
So,
निकाल सकते हैं.
yeah, in fact, Aroha, you can also connect, students can connect this live example. We can connect this example with the medical laboratory. If somebody of your body, if someone is investigated through blood test, so you can relate that instance also, right? So the first step, Aroha, is the tourniquet. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And with the help of tourniquet, we can carefully examine a particular type of vein where the blood amount is supposed to be extracted, right? But after the tourniquet, we can say the puncturing with the help of needle, and then we can retrieve the specimen in the form of blood sample. And then this specimen is submitted in the laboratory for the investigation and for the preparation of blood test report, right, beta? So the first step is the tourniquet. The second is the puncturing through needle, and then only the specimen retrieved, and then the submission into the laboratory for investigation. Yes or no, child? Yes, beta.
Sir, before injecting that needle, they will spread the spirit so that there will be no other microorganisms.
Exactly. So definitely, bache, because some spray is also required to reduce the loss, to remove the entry of microbe like virus and bacteria, because during puncturing there is a chance of a microbe entry inside your body, right, Yashita?
Yes, sir.
That's why in the case of tourniquet, you can say the spray is also required. After this tourniquet, spray is required to reduce, to block the chance of that microbial entry. Excellent answer. So child question is now very important. And now this question is going to be one of the important question of this discussion for this session also. Which device is used for blood test and report generation? Because we all are aware about the blood test report. We also observed such type of reports in our home. But the question is now different. Which device is used for the blood report generation?
So we use a needle and a syringe to take the blood out, and then we use the microscope to check the blood. Okay, so is there any technology, Aroha, used for this report generation of blood test? Because in the case of blood test, but a number of options, number of numbers are there, right? All components, numbers, high or low, low or high, mean, median, all types of information are always available in a blood test report. So my question is, which technology or which device is used for the blood test or report generation? Device in the sense of technology, right? So anybody who wants to answer, which technology or which device is used? As you're absolutely correct that for the blood extraction, the needle is required for puncturing. But which technology is used for the preparation of report generation? For example, in your home, you are using laptop. I'm using my laptop for this session, right? Yes or no, child? I'm using my laptop, I'm using my net for this session. But my question is, which technology, which device is used for the blood test report generation?
Sir, hematology analyzer.
Yeah. Oh, great answer. So Yashita said hematology. Please note down, students, hematology analyzers are actually using in the blood test report generation. So now after this session, now each and every student knows this answer. And I'm sure all my students are feeling comfortable with the blood test because we discussed about a number of options here. So please note down, hematology analyzers are computerized, highly specialized machines related with the computer science also. right? So with the help of hematology analyzers, we can generate a medical expert, the hematology expert generate the blood test report. So such type of reports are available only on the behalf of this hematology analyzer. So please everyone note down, hematology analyzers are the computerized technology, highly specialized machines, right, that count the number of different types of RBCs, WBCs, platelets, and other factors or components present in your blood. So all types of reports, all types of parameters are always available. Why? Because that report is generated by hematology analyzers. Yes or no, child? So have you written this? Hematology analyzers, what are they?
They are the computerized systems that are highly specialized machines
Okay.
that could count the number of different types of components in the blood.
Very good, Yashita. Excellent. So now after today's session, bache, so please do remember what is the correct answer of this question. So hematology is the correct answer, child. Hematology is the correct answer. So correct answer is hematology analyzers are the computerized, highly annotated, specialized machines that generates the blood test report. Right now, are you ready to visualize the blood test? How many students wants to see the typical blood test report? How many students wants to see the blood test report? Yashita raised hand, right? Yashita raised hand. Anybody? Aroha, you want to see the blood test report? Okay, Sahasra. Okay, Sashra raised hand. Kya baat hai? So Aroha, okay, Aroha raised hand. Other students? Other students? Okay. So child, be ready for this, but there is one simple question from my side. And let's see who is the winner of this question. As Yashita, Aroha, and Vinayak initially, Yashita and Aroha continuously participated in each and every question. That's great. In fact, for this question also 2 students raised hand. So child, there is one question from my side. What are the answers? What are the components? What are the specific answers or values present in the blood test report? Which type of parameters are available in the blood test report? If somebody carefully watched, if somebody carefully examines such type of report, if somebody have any experience about the blood test report, he or she can answer.
Sir,
yeah,
we can find the number of red blood cells, white blood cells, and plasma.
Okay, good.
Their count.
Okay.
Along with some proteins and enzymes numbers.
Okay.
Find neutrophil and other.
Okay. Okay. Aroha said neutrophils also. Okay. The different keywords also. The typical keyword of medical science, neutrophils.
Yeah,
okay.
Basophil,
Yes.
neutrophil.
Okay. Basophils also. Great.
Yeah.
So child, Aroha, Yashita and other students, Shastra, can we say a typical blood test report is called a CBC test? Yes or no?
So, complete blood count.
Complete blood count. Yes. So CBC test is the typical blood test report for the examination, for the testing of all factors or components present in your blood. So it's a complete blood count. Definitely, it's a complete blood count. So you want to see a typical blood count? I'm ready to share here. So child, the question is same, how to understand a CBC report? So as Yashita said, Arwa said, the number of components are available in this examination report, like the number of RBCs, WBCs, platelets, types of WBCs also. So child, here I'm sharing the male and female CBC report. You can check here. So in this slide, you can check the exact values, the range values of hemoglobin, WBC, platelets, MCV, PCV, RBCs, MCH. In a nutshell, I will describe what about the nature of the RBCs, PCV, MCV is also here, MCH, MCS. These are all the different parameters. These are all the different range values you can retrieve in the information of blood test report. So child, now in the case of blood test report, you can check here the normal range value of hemoglobin in the case of male body. So please, I'm giving you a few seconds. Tell me the answer. Now the report is available in front of your screen. What is the normal range value of hemoglobin according to blood test report in the case of male body?
In male body, it's 135 to 180.
Okay.
and in female it's 115 to 160.
Great answer. Now with this report, bache, with my report, now my students are feeling comfortable to judge the report present in your houses also. After this session, अगर आपके घर में कभी भी कोई भी मेडिकल रिपोर्ट आएगी तो आप अपने पेरेंट्स को एक्सप्लेन कर पाओगे कि व्हाट अबाउट द नेचर ऑफ दिस रिपोर्ट.
My mom explains me like better.
Okay. So child hemoglobin, the nature of this hemoglobin is 135 to 130 grams per liter, and in the case of female, right, in the case of female, 115 to 160. So Arwa, can we say these values comes and falling under the normal range in male and female?
Yes, sir.
Now there is one question. If a particular report is saying, suppose 68 grams per liter hemoglobin value in a female, so what's the indication according to you?
Sir, then in the body there is less hemoglobin percentage.
Oh my God, Yashita's now. Can we say Dr. Yashita now? May I call Dr. Yashita? Great answer. Very good, bacha. Excellent. And other students, please tell me if a particular range value is now, 98 grams per liter in a male body.
Sir,
So, yeah. So please tell me the indication. If in a particular Ramesh X body, suppose I am considering a hypothetical body Ramesh, and in the case of Ramesh blood test report, the hemoglobin value is suppose 98 grams per liter. So what is the main indication of this report?
Ramesh is lacking of hemoglobin.
Very good. In the same manner, can we say the normal range of WBC is 4 to 11 into 10 to raise power 9? Yes or no per liter? So bacha, you can check here the value. Suppose 4 into 10 to raise power 9. It's a big value. It's a mega number. 4 into 10 to raise power 9 per liter is the range value of WBC, or you can say white blood cell or corpuscle in male. So this is the normal range. If suppose this range is you can say like 13 into 10 to raise power 9 per liter. What is the indication here?
Sir, then the body is having more white blood cells and there might be any disease in the body.
Very good answer. If suppose a bacteria or suppose a virus is attacking a body and the virus is investigated through blood test report, so in that case, WBC is like a soldier. So now during emergency of the body, soldiers numbers are now increasing. And that's why WBC is like a soldier cell of your body. And that's why in that situation, the number will be 13 into 10 to raise power 9. Right, students? So it's an indication that a particular virus, or you can say maybe a bacteria or any other pathogen is available in the body. And for the sake of defense, numbers of WBCs are increasing. Right, students? Now, in the blood test, which you can check the values of platelets. It is all about the 1,50,000 to 4 lakhs normal range. So you can check here the 150 to 400 into 10 to raise power 9 per liter. Now there is one question. Any idea, any rough idea about the MCV? Any idea about MCV, PCV? If somebody is aware about MCV and PCV, child, MCV. Any rough answer? Please, please mute your video if somebody is talking. So, bache, MCV, the full form of MCV is the mean corpuscle. And in fact, this session is valuable for all grades students like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I told you initially at the beginning of this session. So please be careful about this MCV and PCV report also in the blood test. So in the CBC test, yes, beta. So mean corpuscle value. So you can say the mean corpuscle value, or you can say the mean corpuscle volume is the correct answer. So MCV is the mean corpuscle volume. It's like the average number, or you can say the average value, or you can say the average volume of RBC in your blood. Average volume of RBC in your blood is called as mean corpuscle value, and the short abbreviation is MCV, the value 78 to 100. And with the help of this range value, with the help of this cutoff value, any of my student can easily examine the blood test report. If MCV level is high, you can investigate. If MCV level is low, you can investigate. Why? Because what is MCV, child? Full form batana jara. What is MCV? It's the mean corpuscle value.
Cellular volume.
Yeah. So how can we define this MCV? It's average volume of RBC. It's average volume of RBC present in your blood. In the same manner, child, PCV is the packed cell volume. PCV is one of the packed cell volume, child. So these are all the important units. These are all the important numbers. These are all the important factors or components present in your blood, and you can investigate through these numbers. So at the end of this session, child, so with the help of this, with the help of this brain links, you can solve the 10 important quiz questions also. You will get one link of the brain link where you can solve the 10 important questions. In fact, with this report, child, PCV is the packed cell volume. It is about the percentage of RBCs in the blood. So PCV is the percentage of RBCs in your blood. In the same manner, you can check the value of RBC. It's a big number, 4.5 into 10 to raise power 12. So it's a big number. MCH is the mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration. Neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, these are all the types of WBCs. These are all the different types of WBC. In fact, in our different sessions, we are also going to discuss these topics in detail, because these topics are very important for our 11th and 12th students. But today's in the nutshell, in the today's session, we can say these are all the different types of WBCs, and you can check the base numbers, the cutoff numbers of these WBCs numbers, because WBC is like a soldier. So each and every different type of soldier is assigned to a different organ, right? So neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, eosinophils, basophils, these are all the WBCs types cells, important for your defense, sometimes in allergy, sometimes in infection, sometimes in the case of big diseases, right? So you can take the screenshot of this report, CBC report, where all the normal range numbers are allotted for male and female, right, beta? So these are the 10 quiz questions you will solve. You will receive a particular link. With the help of that link, you can solve these 10 questions, like what is blood and define blood, name 3 proteins. So it's like a task. So please solve these questions. After a few seconds, after a few minutes, you will get these questions linked through the brain link. So brain link team will share these questions to all of you. And if anybody have any question, you can ask. So I'm sure we discussed a lot of things today. So if anybody have any question, so you can discuss, Bache.
Yes, so, I didn't understand what's MCV and PCV.
Okay, so beta, MCV, first of all, the full form of MCV, Sahasra, MCV is the mean corpuscle volume. Full form is clear now?
Yes, sir.
So now how can you define this mean corpuscle volume? It is like a volume of RBCs, Bache. It's like an average volume, like the presence of RBCs in terms of volume in your body. Right, Sahasra?
Then why is the another column given as RBC?
So RBC is like RBC is a typical cell for function, right? RBC has its own number, and that number particular occupies a particular area. For example, I am sitting in my chair, right, Sahasra?
Yes, sir.
So I am Saurabh Shukla, but chair is not Saurabh Shukla, right?
Yes, sir.
So can we say that Saurabh Shukla is occupying a space in this chair, and
yes,
I am occupying a particular volume in this chair?
Yes, sir.
So child, mean corpuscle volume is one of the volume occupying by this RBC. Clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
So that's why the RBC numbers, range value are different, and you can say the PCV values are also different. Clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
So PCV is the packed cell volume, and you can say the percentage of RBCs in a blood in a particular area is called as PCV. What is PCV? Full form PCV, Sasra, please tell me.
Packed cell volume.
And how can you define this packed cell volume? It's like the percentage of RBC in a particular area. Clear?
Okay, sir.
So I'm sure, bache, you all students, all attendees receives the important inputs with this today's session. And if anybody have any doubt, you can ask. What is the full form of CBC? Tell me.
Complete blood count.
Okay, that's great. So I'm sure, bache, my students will solve the 10 quiz questions related to this topic also. And with the help of brain link, you can retrieve that 10 questions also. Okay, child. So see you all in the next sessions, and all the best, and all the best to all attendees today. And I'm just wishing you all the best for your upcoming time. Okay, child. So see you all in the next important sessions of brain links. Okay, child.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bache. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Saurabh, sir. We have learned many things from your session. And thank you all the students, Sahasra, Hema. And I'm still have a surprise of how can that child is still giving smile even after taking the blood from her. in that video. She happily smiling anyway.
So that's
nice.
a confidence level, in our future students.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, actually, we are engineering background, so that's what I mean. This session looks very interesting for us. Each and every word is very. We have learned many things really, Saurabh. Thank you so much for the session. Yeah,
Thank you.
wonderful
Thank you.
session, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. I shared this video to all the students who have attended this session.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.